Hello, my name is Matt and I'm a collections assistant at the University of Leeds Special Collections. Today I'm talking about a letter we hold here written by James Garth Marshall on the 16th of August 1842. Marshall was one of the owners of Temple Mill in Holbeck, and the Marshall family were prominent in local business and politics, with many of their members becoming Whig MPs. The letter talks about the plug riots, which were a series of riots by mill workers across the north of England against wage cuts and linked to the Chartist movement in support of universal suffrage. The plug riots were the largest uprising in Britain in the 19th century. The letter describes the spread of the riots across Lancashire and West Yorkshire, including military charges against rioters in Huddersfield and Bradford. It mentions that rioters have been spurred on by the anniversary of the famous Peterloo massacre 23 years earlier. We know that in the days following this letter, workers attacked Temple Mill, with James Marshall leading its unsuccessful defence. This letter is the first in a series of 6 that he writes throughout the week, describing that increasing disturbance. The letter itself is written in 2 parts, with entries written in the morning and the afternoon, and through this we can see just how quickly the situation escalated. Marshall shows a lack of concern in the morning, and he even describes his wife enjoying the garden undisturbed by the unrest. But by the afternoon the situation has changed dramatically, and he writes, "The prospects now darken upon us," and describes the mob enclosing around Leeds. I find this item interesting for a few reasons. First, it shows the attitude of a prominent mill owner to the riots, but as well as that it maps out the spread of the riots, and most importantly I think it gives an idea of what ordinary people were doing and thinking at the time, which is much less often recorded. It clearly shows that mill workers felt that even reforming mill owners like Marshall didn't go far enough in protecting workers' rights. I also particularly like the link to Peterloo, and I think that shows how important that event had been for people involved in the plug riots. You can view the rest of this series of letters in special collections, along with other material from the Marshall family and newspapers from the time describing the riots.